Hey y'all, this is Josh with the Southern Gardener here, and I'm sure you've heard about the recent weather we've had in Texas, and actually today it is beautiful, 65 degrees outside, finally sunny, warm, far cry from what it had been the last few days, and I'm sure you've been watching the news. It got down to -2 here in Dallas. We are growing zone 8A. And, normally in 8A, the low temperature is around 10 to 15 degrees. So -2, really, really cold. We had, again, about 5 inches of snow, which we haven't had that amount of snow since probably 2010. And I didn't cover any of my plants and with any frost covering or tarp or anything like that, just because I knew that the low of -2 wasn't going to help with being able to cover those with the tarp, wasn't going to help anything, and so I was going to lose plants anyways. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys kind of the destruction that the cold temperatures and snow and ice that we had kind of took its toll on my plants, and I'm going to show you guys that. We're going to clean out a few planters, box garden, a couple pots, and so I'm here in Dallas, Texas. We've had this house since early 2017. It was the worst house on the street, and we did a lot of renovations to the place, and I'll kind of give you a quick tour of that and post some before photos so you can see kind of what it looked like beforehand. So still a work in progress for sure, and let's get going. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you around the backyard and some of the plants that we have had, get impacted by this storm here. Beautiful jasmine vine. I'm not sure if it's gonna have made it or not. We will see. It looks pretty wilted there. The leaves are pretty brown. And go over here to this pot. Had some cyclamen here, which they have met their demise, as well as some winter cabbage. So I'm going to pull all of that out. Got this great bench that Benny picked up the other day from Tuesday morning, $99 for this bench, which it's really light. So that's kind of surprising, but still looks really cute right here with the bench and the planter and my pea gravel. So trying to get rid of the mud. Here is another, we've got this trellis here, and got another star jasmine. I love these things. This one was from Jackson's Home and Garden here in Dallas, over by Love Field, and it's looking a little rough too. We'll see if it survives or we're gonna have to pull it out and replace it. But really, the plan was to have this grow here and create kind of a barrier. The bathroom windows right there, so this would have been a nice little touch here. So we'll see. There's Susan saying hi, and oh my gosh, here this is was a fig vine. You can see these are really popular in Dallas. They're great at covering and growing up things. We have quite a few of them around the property, and it is toast. It's definitely fried, if you will. So here's a hedge of boxwoods. They had already started to put on some spring growth, which that got zapped by the cold, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with those yet. let me take you around to some of the planters here. These are all main planters, and they have a built-in water reservoir. Obsessed with those. I've got quite a few of them here, and the next video that I'm going to do is going to be a demonstration of the planters. I bought some window boxes, some main window boxes. We're going to install those below this window and that window and plant them up with some flowers, hook them up to the irrigation with some soaker hose, so it'll be really nice. But in here again, the boxwoods lost their spring growth. That's all gonna have to be cut back. Have a few bulbs popping up in here, but these pansies, they were full of blooms, full of white blooms here, and they got snapped up by the freeze, so we'll see what happens with those. This was a beautiful foxtail fern, which I think I'm gonna have to pull out, and had some great grasses here. These were just ornamental grasses. Those are Dunzo. I think we'll have to pull them out. Here are some stock flowers in these really cute pots and a little watering tray. Got that from Amazon. This is from Amazon as well. These pots are from Nichols and Hardy here in Dallas. Stock flowers are from Callaway's. Those have died. And here's our lawn furniture covered up still. And here again, this is was an whatever you put on for sunscreen, aloe vera, and it was huge, but it's gone, so we'll pull that out as well. And let me show you the box garden. Our lawn guy came today, Edgar. He hadn't been here for 2 weeks, but he came and mowed everything, which was a great thing. The grass was pretty shaggy since we planted the winter grass, but here in the box garden, rosemary gone. There was some butter lettuce over here, that's gone. The dill definitely gone. We've got I planted some onions. I think those will probably survive. I don't know. That rosemary's gone. This was cilantro. No, that might have been, well, there was cilantro, and one of these was cilantro, and the other was parsley. So I'll pull all of that out. Those are broccolis right there. Those are done. These are Brussels sprouts, and they seem to be fine. Has survived the cold and the snow just fine. The thyme over there, that's just fine. So I'm gonna pull all of this out and put it in the trash, and find something else to plant. Let's see here. Let's go over here to the vines that are growing up the side of the garage here. These trellises, which I put in about a year ago, have a pretty trellis, 4 trellises on the side of the garage, boxwoods underneath, monkey grass planted underneath of them. There's a sprinkler line, a irrigation drip line hooked up to this. But if you take a quick look at these, they also got pretty damaged with the cold snap that we had, so I don't think that they're gonna have survived. And this actually gets full sun where it is, and lots of heavy direct sun in the afternoon. So those plants, the star jasmine actually does really well with morning sun here in Dallas. Again, zone 8A, and they haven't grown, as robustly as I would have liked, with the amount of fertilizer and water that we've put to them. But I think that's just primarily related to them being in the full sun in the afternoon. here's some more of these great Maine pots. They're the cute little dogs playing. They've been cooped up inside, and finally getting a chance to be outside and relax. And these boxwoods here, just they have their winter coat on them, you know, and hopefully, fingers crossed, because the you know, cone-shaped boxwoods aren't cheap. So hopefully they'll come back out green and leaf out here soon. This is another planter, full, you know, stock flower here that's done. There's an asparagus fern. I think I'll cut that back. I didn't really love it there anyway, so maybe I'll transplant it. The growth again on these boxwoods will need to be cut back. The pansies here, the white pansies, they pretty much, some of them are alive, like this one seems to be alive. This one right here, dead. Some bulbs coming up, and so creeping Jenny right there. So we'll see. Here's another example of boxwoods and pansies. I love white pansies, and this was just really full of blooms, and it was really, really beautiful. I'm very sad that that's all gone. Maybe I'll be able to salvage some of it, but these right here in this pot, not so much. They don't look very good at all, so definitely tear those out. I just moved these planters. Let me step back so you can get a big view of them. I just moved these planters over here. They were on the deck. And there's one over here. Again, you can see kind of just a little bit of a hole right here in this one. And then those pansies are gone. Will need to be pulled out and replaced. There's Molly being cute, and their little dog door. You guys can see right here too. Oh, I don't know what the sun looking like it is. These wax leaf privets, I think is what they are. They've got a bunch of black in them, and I don't know what's going to happen. Whether they're going to, you know, green back up and leaf out, or those will fall. This area right here gets a ton of direct sun. This is south here, so the front of the house faces north. This is south on the back side, so they get a ton of afternoon sun. And this area gets pretty hot with the steps black right there, the house and the concrete all reflecting. It kind of creates a really hot environment. So here's more on the side of the house. This is my office right here. It used to be a porch that we enclosed and you know, painted up. So there's some more vine there. This fig vine, which this seems pretty crusty, so I think that's dead. But these boxwoods actually look a little bit better than the other ones. Tons of monkey grass here, and I'll show you the front here in a second and walk you through that. But again, what a gorgeous day it is. It's insane. So let me get these dogs in and take you up front. All right, let's open up the gate here. Take you guys up front. Even the gate was frozen. It was so cold. Again, Edgar came, mowed up everything, which looks beautiful. Here, my boxwoods. Some of this green growth coming in on the boxwoods has died back. There was tons of this vine growing up the side of the house here, which is just toast. Hopefully these hydrangeas will be fine. But I really wanted to show you guys these planters. I'm going to pull all of this out too. That just does not look good. I don't think that they did well. Here's some more cyclamen down there that's met its demise right here as well. Some of these pansies look okay, but the cyclamen not so much. We got another planter over here. These actually not bad. Maybe some of this alyssum I'm going to pull out. Here's a little bit of a fern that's still growing. So yeah, we'll see how all of this looks. We just had sprinkler system and irrigation system put in the fall. We've got some bulbs starting to come up, which I don't know what that is, but a piece of metal. But here's some bulbs that I planted in the fall are starting to come up. I'm really excited about that. And let's get going, guys. We'll grab a few products from the garage here. I've got some gloves. We'll pick those. Got some more bulbs here. We'll take these dahlias out to Costco. Great place to get these. So we'll take this bag of dahlias out to the ranch and plant those. The lilies we're going to try over there on the corner of the office. And these, I love elephant ears. We'll plant these in the shade, hopefully in the back. So let me get my gloves here and a few supplies. We've got a couple Home Depot buckets and a couple tools, and let's get going. I think we'll tackle the box garden first and get that taken care of. And so let me set up my camera and bring you guys along. All right, this dill I'm just gonna cut back because maybe it will re-sprout. Looks like a few twigs fine in there. And I'm gonna pull out this broccoli and shake that off. Oh gosh. Rosemary, totally fried. Still smells delicious. Let's see. Gonna clean that back up. Hopefully these onions can be all right. Let's go over here, get this other rosemary. These guys are really rooted in there. Dang. All right. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today. This is the Southern Gardener coming from Dallas, Texas. Just showed you around my yard, my house, some of the impacts and devastation from the recent winter storms that we had here in Dallas. And like I said earlier on the video, the next video is going to be all about installing a window box from Maine Planters. I'm obsessed with those planters. They are high-grade plastic, painted black, beautiful, easy to maintain. They also have a water reservoir, and so we'll get those installed on the side of the house, as well as hook them up to the irrigation system. Looking forward to that. Please like or comment. If you have any questions, put them in the questions and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks, guys.